Shalom. I'm Officer Luke with Israel United in Christ. Today we're going to touch on the devastating earthquake that hit Vanuatu on December 17th. It was a 7.3 magnitude earthquake which caused death, which caused trauma, which caused all kind of devastation throughout the region. And proof is in this article that the effects of that earthquake are still being felt until today. Okay, so this is coming from RNZ. All right, so let's read. Psychosocial support, a priority in Vanuatu after December earthquake. All right, when was this written? At 10:25 on the 3rd of February, 2025. So this is a recent article still talking about the effects from the December 17th earthquake. Now watch this, first paragraph. The 7.3 magnitude earthquake that struck Port Vila on the 17th December last year caused more than just physical damage. It left a deep psychological impact on many people. Now let's go scroll down. So let's see what Dr. Jimmy Obed had to say. Dr. Jimmy Obed, head of the mental health department, highlighted that people of all ages, from children to adults, continue to experience fear and distress, with many still afraid to sleep inside their homes at night. You know what? This brings Hosea 5:15 to mind. We're going to touch that in 1 second. Now watch this. Let's read the next paragraph. This earthquake is different from cyclones, where people tend to recover faster. We still see many people, especially children, sleeping outside houses or struggling with sleep, he said. So, we just read it. Now let's get to the scriptures. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake. So the Lord said that he would visit the earth with earthquakes.
Strong 7.3 magnitude earthquake has struck the Pacific island nation of Vanuatu. Early reports say several buildings were damaged in the capital, Port Vila. Among them, a structure housing the American, UK, French and New Zealand embassies. This drone footage, filmed by a local journalist in Vanuatu, also shows the aftermath of a landslide near the international shipping terminal.
Well, let's start with some pictures we've just received from Vanuatu on social media. Now, they show injured people arriving at the hospital in Port Vila and being treated outside. It appears that's because there are concerns over how safe the hospital structure is, and it may be too risky to bring those people inside the building. We have heard, as you heard, one death has been reported. Details of that are unclear at this stage. There have been at least 5 strong aftershocks following that initial quake. We've heard of major damage to at least 4 big buildings in Port Vila, and now that's according to a New Zealander in the city who's citing local officials. Communications are patchy. As you saw in my story, some people are using texts and stills and video clips that they're sending out through social media. We have seen pictures of military personnel called in and of local Red Cross workers in action.
So that 7.3 magnitude earthquake was the Lord visiting his people. What was he trying to do? He was trying to wake you up and bring you back to who you are. And sometimes our people will not change unless they have the fear of God in them. So let's read on. And great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So these are ways that the Lord visits the earth. Now watch this. Let's go over to the book of Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15. Let's see what else the Lord has to say about that earthquake, about that affliction that you felt. This is the book of Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15. I will go and return to my place, till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So the Lord is visiting the earth. Why? Because in affliction, that's when we seek the Lord. So the whole purpose behind the earthquake is so that you may return back to the Lord. And who will you return to the Lord as? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 33. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 1. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. So let's see the blessing that he blessed the children of Israel, specifically the tribe of Naphtali, before his death with. And let's jump to verse 23. Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 23. And of Naphtali he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor, and full with the blessing of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south. So you possess the south. The south what? The South Pacific. And the Lord sent his prophets to you so you can know who you are in the last days. Now let's go over to the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. So where are you located? In the South Pacific islands of the sea. So I hope you understand that what you're going through right now is all to bring you back closer to the Most High God. So with that, I say shalom, and Lord's will, you return to who you are as the children of Israel.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, His word.